I am sharing something that hits home for so many women in midlife. What to do if your doctor can't or won't answer your questions about menopause. Now, suppose you follow what I shared earlier. You've asked the 5 questions, you showed up informed, and you've advocated for your needs, but your doctor couldn't or wouldn't give you real answers. Maybe they brushed you off. Maybe they made you feel dramatic, or maybe they just flat out said, that's not really my area of expertise. And now you're wondering, well, what do I do with that? Well, first of all, you're not wrong for wanting better answers. What you are going through is shared by millions of women, and it deserves to be taken seriously. Dismissive care is not acceptable, period. And if your provider isn't equipped to support you, well, you should know that's not a reflection on you. It's a reflection on their limits and their limitations. So please don't carry their lack of education as your burden. In fact, this is where your knowledge becomes action. So if you've been dismissed, deflected, or denied, now while that might feel like a full stop, it's actually your cue to pivot. And you don't have to shout to be heard. What you need is strategy. And I'm about to give it to you. Step 1, document your visit. Write down what you asked, what they said, what they didn't say. This helps you track your progress and it gives you clarity when deciding whether to continue with that provider. And why this matters is that when emotions run high, you feel overwhelmed in a conversation, it's easy to forget the details. A written record helps you spot patterns, recalls key points, and gives you language for follow-up conversations or proof when it's time to move on. In fact, a woman I worked with kept a doctor journal in her notes app on her phone. After just 3 visits with the same vague answers, she read back through her notes and realized her doctor hadn't addressed a single concern. That realization gave her the courage to find a new provider. See, documentation isn't just self-care, it's strategy. In legal and medical spaces, if it's not documented, it didn't happen. So your notes create a timeline of care, which becomes powerful evidence for second opinions, insurance claims, and referrals. Also, write down how you felt after the appointment. So if you felt confused, dismissed, or anxious, well, that matters just as much as clinical advice. Your emotional response is a diagnostic tool as well. Step 2, ask for a referral. If your doctor admits that menopause isn't their area of expertise, that's okay, but they should be able to point you towards someone who does specialize in it. And if they can't or won't, well, that's another possible cue to move on. And why this matters is that a referral isn't a confrontation. It's a direction. It shows that you're serious about getting real support. Another client of mine caught a provider off guard when she asked for a menopause referral because it forced him to pause and then admit that he hadn't updated his menopause training in over a decade. The good news is that he did refer her to a specialist, which was me, and I was able to help her feel seen and get the support that she needed. Now, another thing that you should know, though, is that referrals don't have to be limited to your doctor's immediate network. You can ask for a referral to a certified menopause nurse practitioner, a certified menopause specialist, an endocrinologist with hormonal training, or even a pelvic floor specialist if symptoms are impacting either intimacy or even bladder function. And don't be afraid to say, I'd like someone who is menopause literate or someone who is certified through the Menopause Society, because that one sentence communicates that you're educated, you're empowered, and that you are not here for half answers. Step 3, search smarter. Now, ladies, do not rely on a blind Google search. I beg of you, please do not rely on a blind Google search. There is so much misinformation out there, people giving their anecdotal experiences and those things, and your individual menopause needs are just that. They're individual. I recommend going to the Menopause Society because they have a searchable directory of certified menopause practitioners across the US. They also have videos and tutorials. Also, for members of my Menopause Made Simple experience, I offer the Mr. Menopause Approved Resources list. And it includes providers who have completed my certification program, as well as providers who are certified champions through the Menopause Experts Group. And why this matters is that not all doctors are created created equal when it comes to menopause. You wouldn't go see a dentist for knee pain, so you shouldn't trust hormone health with someone who hasn't studied it either. So finding a trained, certified expert isn't just a luxury anymore. It's the foundation of effective menopause care. Now, quick tip here though, that when you're searching for providers, look at their bios, not just their specialties. Look for things like experience with midlife and aging or HRT and alternative therapy support. And look for patient reviews that mention listening and compassion. And while you're at it, Google their name plus menopause podcast or plus webinar, because if they've been educating on the topic publicly, that's usually a good sign they're tuned in as well. And then step 4 is super important. Don't give up. Your health, your peace, your quality of life, they're all worth the time, energy, and effort. And why this matters is that I've seen firsthand women who tell me they gave up after one bad appointment. I've also had women come to me after 5 providers, more confused than ever, but still determined. And guess what? Those are the ones who find the care they need because they didn't stop. And that is the difference. That's the power right there. The system may not be built for you, but your persistence can build a better experience for you. So keep going. You are not alone. You are not too much. You are just getting started. And when you're searching, I want you to also keep in mind you are allowed to assemble your own team of care. Your menopause journey might involve a certified menopause educator like myself, a therapist who understands midlife identity shifts, a dietitian who knows how hormones affect metabolism, or a pelvic floor PT, acupuncturist, or health coach. You don't have to find everything in one person. You get to be the director of your own menopause and wellness team. And if you're not sure where to begin, well, I invite you to start with my menopause readiness quiz. It's quick, it's free, and it's an insightful tool to help you identify your understanding and awareness, what symptoms you may be overlooking, and also if there's support that I can actually provide to you, those options will be shared as well. Now, it's not a test, it's a tool. So think of it as like your roadmap to clarity and confidence with regard to menopause. And if not with me, again, the Menopause Society or the Menopause Experts Group also provides sound, reputable menopause resources and support. Now, let me say this loud and clear. You are not broken. You are not crazy. You are not too much. You are powerful. You are intuitive, and you are worthy of care that listens, honors, and helps you. Dismissal is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of your strategy. So if your doctor can't or won't meet you where you are, well, guess what? Now you know exactly what to do, because this journey, it is yours to own. And guess what? The Mr. Menopause Show is here to walk alongside you every step of the way. Now, please remember, knowledge is power, but action is everything. Again, I'm your host, Tafika Kier. This is the Mr. Menopause Show on Bold Brave TV. And coming up after this last break is Ask Mr. Menopause. I'm going to answer your questions live and share some of the most frequently asked questions I hear all the time. So don't go far.
Do you feel confused, anxious, or overwhelmed by menopause? If the answer is yes, don't let menopause hold you back another moment. Take the first step in controlling your long-term vitality with Mr. Menopause's complimentary Menopause Readiness Quiz. Tafik Akhir, widely known as Mr. Menopause, is a licensed, certified, and award-winning menopause strategist and the go-to source for reliable menopause support. He knows that our level of menopause awareness will determine whether we thrive through menopause or barely survive it. Go to menopausereadinessquiz.com to simply answer 20 quick questions to receive personalized insights about your level of menopause awareness and get the tools to confidently take control of your menopause journey and improve your overall quality of life. Complete the Menopause Readiness Quiz today